Thank you for listening to BizPod with me, Paul.
And me, Rachel.
Our weekly business English podcast where we talk about the news, social media, and hot topics from a business point of view. You'll get a podcast and links to the articles we discuss. This way you can share your thoughts too. Join us as we discuss what's on our minds this week. So Rachel, happy new smartphone season.
Oh, why? Have you bought me one?
No, I bought you one at least, was it 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Pretty recent.
You're only going to get one every 10 years. You don't need a new one now.
We were looking at my computer, weren't we? Thinking, oh my gosh, that's really old. When did you buy it? Well, it was definitely pre-pandemic. And it was like, I was like, it's getting slow. What's the problem? And you went, it's just full.
Yeah, it's just getting old. It's getting full. But happy new smartphone season.
Okay.
We've chosen an article which is, the headline is, what's the point of buying the latest smartphone? Mm-hmm. It's quite a cynical look at the annual release of new smartphones. Mm-hmm. And it's looking at what's new in the smartphone.
I couldn't imagine getting a new phone every year.
No. So, according to this article, Apple boss Tim Cook promises that the new iPhone 16 will redefine what the smartphone would do.
Okay.
It has a better camera, apparently. And Google's new Pixel phone, apparently it is stunning and gorgeous.
Okay.
But it's still a rectangular phone.
Yeah.
I don't understand how it can be any more stunning or gorgeous than the previous versions. No. So it's a very cynical look at these big companies pushing the latest versions of their gadgets just coming up to the Christmas holiday season where people are spending money.
Black Friday and all the rest as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. But I mean, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of smartphones. And it's not because of the features. I used to have a Samsung clamshell phone, didn't I?
Yeah.
That I loved. I adored it. It was durable. It did all I wanted to do. But then it was in my handbag and I hung my handbag and the rain came in the window and soaked my handbag and
it ruined your phone.
And ruined my phone. And I was just so disappointed. Yeah.
But you have a smartphone. You have a Samsung.
I know, and I would go back to that Samsung.
To the clamshell?
I would.
Yeah? Okay. Well, I'll get you a dumb phone if you want. Do you remember the Nokia, what is it, the 3310s?
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
They were like
I
bricks.
think I've still got one in the cupboard somewhere.
They were indestructible, weren't they?
Yeah.
I'll get you one of those for Christmas if you want.
What, with the snake game on?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I've been playing the dinosaur game on my...
On your gig. Okay. Well, if you want a new smartphone this year, apparently the cameras have been upgraded. The cameras are better than ever.
See, when you bought me my last smartphone, you said, the camera's better.
Yeah.
And then when we were doing some filming, you decided that the previous cameras were better. Did you or did you not?
I can't remember. That was a long time back.
And I'll be really honest, I can't tell the difference between the two. It either takes the picture or it doesn't.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But apart from cameras being upgraded, and I'm not sure they can continue to constantly upgrade the cameras to even finer quality. They'll reach a limit eventually. But apparently the Apple iPhone or the Google phones, they now all come with amazing artificial intelligence. Yippee!
I don't know whether you necessarily want AI on your phone. Although apparently you've already got AI on your phone with translation functions and camera functions and...
We just don't see it as artificial intelligence.
No, exactly. What did they say on that program? We're watching a program on Netflix about Bill Gates, and it says when something becomes widely accepted
and embedded in society,
it's no longer seen as AI. AI is seen as something that's alien.
Yeah, it's just seen as technology.
Yeah, and apparently your autocorrect is a form of AI. And things like that. And I never would have thought of those as AI. But anyway,
but artificial intelligence. I mean, I don't know what you think artificial intelligence is. It's just an algorithm that tells the computer what to do under certain circumstances.
It's Terminator in my book.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I kind of agree with you. I mean, James Cameron was on that TV show we watched, and he was talking about how he wrote sort of Terminator many, many years ago, but he was also saying it's very difficult for people to write science fiction movies nowadays because
it takes 3 years to come to production. He says by that time it's out of date.
Yeah, so you have an idea today, it's going to be 3 years before the movie is created and released, and in those 3 years you've got no idea whether your story will still be relevant when the movie is created.
Yeah.
That's how fast technology is moving.
See, this is why I think Stranger Things was popular, because they went back to the 1980s when there was no technology. So you could write something really off the wall and sci-fi-y or fantasy-y, and there were no smartphones, there was no computers, there was nothing to interfere with the possibility of the story.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So I think there's going to be more and more movies where they go back to the 1980s.
And the great thing about that is the music from the 1980s.
Really cool. Or there'll be things like Chaos.
Okay.
On Netflix, when
yeah,
they were trying to get hold of was it Dionysus? The payphones were ringing.
Yeah.
and it's like, can anybody find a payphone these days? I don't think they exist.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a payphone for years. Actually. Yeah. We used to have one in our village.
Yeah.
But that was 10 years ago. I think that disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, so how long have you had your smartphone for? Is it 2-3 years maybe?
The one I've got now?
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, I don't think we've ever been the kind of people that buy a new one every year.
No, we got one because we both kept getting the alert saying your brain is full, there's no more space, cannot update.
Yeah, so eventually you have to replace it. But this article talks about, obviously there has been a cost of living crisis, a financial crisis for lots of people, and money is not as readily available for people to go and spend. Like the Google Pixel, a new one.
How much?
Well, starting at $799.
My God.
So $800 for a new phone.
Yeah, but that's starting. I mean, we were looking at the new phones, weren't we, the other week, and there were some of them were like 1,000 or 1,000.
Over 1,000.
And like that's more than our first car cost.
I know, yeah.
And you'd have that in your back pocket? No,
but more and more people are holding on to their smartphones for longer and longer and longer.
Yeah, what's the point of replacing it unless there's a problem with it? I don't understand.
I think a lot of it was like it's fashionable, or it was fashionable to always have the latest gadget, but also people had disposable income.
Yeah, but Paul, you say these people, whoever these people, you and I were the kids who had the trainers off the market. We never had the Adidas or the Nike.
I had fake Adidas.
Yeah, I had the knockoff stuff.
Yeah.
Because Mum couldn't afford it. So, it's like, who are these people who can afford the latest? I don't know them. Do you know them?
No, they're not people I know. But we've never had what we would call disposable income, have we?
We've never had a new car.
We've had nearly new. Nearly new.
How new's nearly new?
2 or 3 years.
Yeah. I would say that's nowhere near new.
That's true. For a car, that's nearly new. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I would ever buy a second-hand computer or a second-hand phone. No. Though. I don't think that's worthwhile. No.
Reconditioned.
Yeah, reconditioned.
Yeah.
No, not worth it. But anyway, so more and more people are hanging on to their old phones for 2 or 3 years rather than replacing them every year. Yep. So that's going to cause, I'm not going to say going to cause problems, but it's going to mean that sales are going to be down or sales are lower on iPhones. What are the figures? 30 million in 2013. 30 million phones were sold annually. This year, around 13.5 million.
Wow.
So it's less than half.
Yeah. I know, but I do think as well, smartphones are a bit boring.
They are, aren't they?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's our generation. I mean, I've got no social media on my phone. I took it off a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And it's, to be honest, it's a nicer life without it on there.
Yeah, I
I'll
agree
look
with you.
at social media when I'm on the computer,
Okay.
but you can open a tab and then look at it and then switch it off. I never understood Instagram anyway. There's I only look at Facebook to see if there's information about what's going on locally.
You mean you're not on TikTok?
Never.
X?
No.
No? Wow.
No. But the thing is, once you take your social media off your phone and there's no games on your phone,
It's just a phone.
and there's no LinkedIn on there, there's no, I haven't got anything. It's, well, yeah, you can access some emails,
Yeah.
but I've got it set that when I'm not working, they don't even pop through. I'll pick them up tomorrow.
Okay.
I've really set some boundaries on there in the modes, and it is. It's like, what is the point of it? It's just this thing that sits on the side.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you in a sense, yeah. Maybe we should get rid of them. We don't need them anymore, do we?
No. Yeah, fine. In fact, to be honest, I was looking at my old phone yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I was charging, because there's nothing wrong with it apart from that it ran out of memory. But then I was thinking, I haven't got half the apps on it that I used to try and put on it. And the other one fits in my handbag better. So I might actually go back to the previous one.
That's if it works. The problem with technology, though, is eventually it stops updating.
Because they want you to buy the new one.
Yeah.
It's a con, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah, But you can get, 5 or 6 years out of a smartphone before you have to replace it, I think.
Yeah, I think the one before was probably like 10 years ago.
Possibly, yeah.
It's got a nicer case. Maybe I should just buy a new case for my new one.
That would be cheaper.
Although I
wouldn't
say new, it's like at least...
No, it's your new phone.
Okay.
Let's get you a new case for your new phone.
Yeah, okay, everybody. Don't buy a new phone. Just buy a new case.
Yeah. I'll get you a
Fraction of the cost.
I'll get you a nice new case from the market. It'll cost me about €10.
Yay!
Yeah.
You can have unicorns on it.
You can have whatever you want on it. Yeah.
Barbie.
Yeah, if you want
Yay!
Barbie. Talking of which, doesn't this article talk about the Nokia, new Nokia handset?
Barbie-themed phone in collaboration with toy maker Mattel.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are 2 words I would use to describe it: functional and pink. Nice.
2 words: functional,
And
pink.
pink. Hey, girls are gonna love it.
It does what you need for a handset. It makes phone calls and sends text messages.
See,
and it's pink.
the article talks about not giving kids before 11 a smartphone anyway.
Yeah.
But I would question, why would any child prior to the age of 11 need a phone full stop?
Yeah.
Because you should know where your child is.
Yeah, they don't need
It
a
shouldn't be
smartphone.
excuse of, it's in case I want to ring them and find out where they are. Well, I would hope if they're under the age of 12, you know where they are anyway.
Yeah, you'd hope so. Yeah. I think...
Why don't you just, chip your child, put a
microchip.
Yeah, GPS tracker, that'll do. Like you're doing the dog.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a reason we're not parents.
Yeah,
Rachel.
absolutely.
Anyway, what is the reason? What is the point of buying a new smartphone, the latest model in 2024? And according to this article from the BBC, there is no point.
No.
You get a slightly better camera, you get a bit more artificial intelligence embedded in your phone. Apart from that, it's just about €1,000 of money down the drain.
Whoa.
Keep your old phone for at least another 2 years.
Well, keep your old phone until it stops doing what you want it to do.
Yeah, okay,
Till
yeah.
it loses functionality.
Till it loses
Like
the functionality.
Shoes, you don't chuck shoes out when you wait until you worn them out
I usually wait until the sole has fallen off completely and there are holes in.
until I beg you to
Yeah.
please buy a new pair. While we're in this shop, have a look at the shoes, and you're like, well, why, don't.
And
want
you
them.
say, Paul, because your shoes
Have
are
you
falling
looked
apart.
down at your feet recently?
But I just think, yeah, but they're comfy.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
so don't buy a new smartphone this Christmas. That's our message for you.
Buy a case instead.
Yeah. From the local market, €10. Dirt
Pink
cheap.
with unicorns.
Perfect. I know. Guess what you're getting in your Christmas stocking
I know
this
it,
year.
just for a joke. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Good. Bye.
Okay, bye everyone. Thanks for listening. We hope you liked our podcast, and please don't forget to subscribe and stay connected with us. Until next time, goodbye.